Hello everybody and welcome to Skellefteå Open 2023, the fifth stop of the Euro Tour this summer. Coming to you live at Discgolf Network and for this first round via YouTube also. We're at this gorgeous Discgolf Terminalen in Skellefteå and it's great to have you here with us to see the live disc golf action from Europe once again. As usual, our studio is in Helsinki. It's great to see you here, and I'm Esa-Pekka Tupala, your host today, and with me once again, the former greatest lefty in the world, Teemu Nissinen. Welcome, Teemu.
Yeah, nice to be back. Exciting week ahead, and let's go and watch some live disc golf.
I understand, Teemu, that you have many great memories here from Skellefteå.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite courses, and I played many times here. One bittersweet second place 2017, lost Ricky on the last hole, but great memories from the course, and I'm excited to see what the players can do this year. Now the course is harder than ever, so we'll see what kind of scores we will see.
Yeah, and we have to remember that we are on the Euro Tour 2023. We're playing many tournaments here, gathering some points. And last week we had the Swedish Open in Sweden also. And considering the FPO, it was quite a show. Silva Saarinen took it down with 8 points there, and we are waiting anxiously to see if she can manage to take her third victory in a row.
Yeah, exactly. This tournament, Silva will have some even higher competition. Ella Hansen will join first time ever in Europe scene, and we'll see what she can do here.
I mean, last week Swedish Open, it was crazy, and I think we should get some highlights from that tournament. Let's see how these women threw there. I mean, we had Jenny Karppinen there, we had many great players there, and it was crazy to see these throws and those scramble shots. I mean, Ummergårdens Disc Golf Center, it's not an easy one to scramble, and these women made some great results there.
Yeah, it was a tight wooded track, and like we saw great golf all last week, and I don't expect anything else this week.
I suspect we have some woods in the Terminalen, but it's also we have these beautiful greens there that I think were abandoned a little bit in the Ummergårdens, but today we're going to see some crazy amount of greens.
Yeah. Discgolf Terminalen is a very special place. It's very well maintained, and it's picture perfect. And I think disc golf. You should play disc golf in the woods, and Terminalen is one of the best courses in the world, and it plays all in the woods. So let's see what they can do.
Yeah, sure. I'm waiting with great anxiousness, and we are almost ready to go to the hole tee. And hole number 1, we are getting the tee shots from there. It's great to have them. It's great to have you, Teemu, here in the studio with me, and let's go enjoy some live disc golf.
Let's do that.
From Tyresö in Sweden, sponsored by Latitude 64, Matilda Ringbom. Up next, from Finland, sponsored by XL Discs, Silva Saarinen. Up next, from the United States, sponsored by Discmania, Ella Hansen. Up next, from the United Kingdom, sponsored by Prodigy, Rachel Turtle.
And there you have it, the opening shots for the Skellefteå Open 2023. They are now officially thrown. What a feeling, Teemu.
Yeah, exciting day ahead. We saw 3 shots, basically middle of the fairway. Ella got very good distance, and this is a par 5 for the FPO field, so I believe she could have an opportunity to take an even eagle.
Let's go visit Jenni Karppinen. She's on hole 2, and I believe she's making some great progress there. Piercing the Mando beautifully. Great job. Now putting for the birdie. And 2 birdies in a row. That's a nice start.
Yeah, that's exactly how you want to start your tournament.
We have many par 5s and many par 4s coming at you, and the par 3s are underdogs here at this course.
Yeah, normally Discgolf Terminalen, there's lots of par 3s and actually only a few par 4s, but on this tournament they have gathered the kind of the tournament layout using whole property, and now it's mainly par 4s and par 5s and some par 3s, so it's extremely long course.
Here we have Matilda Ringboom, sponsored by the sponsor of this very tournament, Latitude 64. Great looking shot there from Ringboom. You're going to need many kind of different angles and shots here at the Terminalen.
Yeah, exactly. I think the course is kind of generous if you keep it on the short grass, so to say, but if you get out in the rough, it could punish you very fast.
Yeah, if we take a look at the Konopiste Open, that was the first broadcasted European Euro Tour tournament here on Disc Golf Network. The roughs in Konopiste, they are one of the, should we say, easiest roughs on the tour. Then we had Krukol, which is kind of the opposite. And we are going a bit back to the Konopiste side of things, but not nearly as forgiving roughs.
Yeah.
Silva Saarinen there with her second shot. And Ella Hansen really did get a lot of distance on her opening throw.
She's a bit pinched. If she could get 5 to 8 meters more left, she could have probably thrown a backhand flex shot, but now she's sliding short sidearm and trying to take a birdie that way.
Ella Hansen now, her second. Low flexing forehand with a skip. Great execution there. She might actually have a line to putt for the eagle.
This is the first international tournament for Ella Hansen ever. So exciting to see what she can do here at the European soil.
It's surely is interesting to see if Ella Hansen can produce us something like Bradley Williams did, he actually won his first tournament ever outside the States, and that was the Crew Call Open a couple of weeks back. And Ella sure has some pressure, should we say, from the viewers' aspect of things.
Yeah, I think when usually players come in States, people in Europe, they expect that they're the pros and they should win these tournaments. So it could be a new situation for Ella as well. So let's see how she can handle it.
Matilda catching some guardians there. And this is a great opening hole, a long par 5 to open your round, and you really have to have, I mean, you don't get away with just one shot. You have to execute many shots to get a birdie here on this 219 meter par 5. And Rachel Turton a bit pinched there. This is her third. Oh, hitting the cage there. Great job. That's going to be a tap-in birdie for Rachel Turton.
Yeah, that was a big skip. I think she didn't expect that kind of skip, but yeah, luckily hit the basket, and now she's starting with the tap-in birdie.
Yeah, that would have been a nice opening for the tournament. The throw-in eagle. Silva going through. Doesn't get it. He's outside circle in the trees, putting for the birdie. Silva has shown some remarkable skills with her disc. 2 weekends past. The last 2 tournaments, she has won them, and she's won them with 14 strokes total. Ella playing a skip shot. Nicely done. And as you might suspect, the designers here, they have taken their books out and those pencils, and they're trying to do their best to make the most difficult layout here in the Terminalen. As we see Silva jump putting her birdie, that's going to be a par for Silva. And fortunately they left that OB there inbound, so there is no OB inside 5 meters of the basket. But the out of bounds goes on the other side of the road. So that surely is a bit of a danger here. Those players have their umbrellas and raincoats with them. But at this very moment it seems to be not raining there, and we are happy to play disc golf. Ring boom for the par. And just a bit low in energy and skips off the cage. Hansen taking the birdie. We will be watching Silva Saarinen's putting in this tournament. Especially, she's known for those putts to get the chains every time. Great to see her here And let's see Rachel Turton once again. This was her up shot, which almost went in there. just a bit low, should we say, hitting the cage. And we are moving on to hole 2. If you so wish to get some great disc golf education, feel free to visit Pulsea, a disc golf academy.
5. And Ella? 4. 4, nice. And Rachel? 4, nice. So 6, 5, 4, 4.
Hole 2 is a par 3, 94 meters. So Ella take her first shot. Just a moment to go, and Rachel Turton almost missing the Mando there.
Yeah, this is quite narrow actually. Double Mando, 94 meters. Very straight with a little bit of fading in the end.
She was doing a great job here. It looks perfect. Oh, nice call there, Teemu. Almost. Yeah, had the power, surely. Just a bit too straight. Putting for a great birdie inside circle 1. Matilda also hitting the gap perfectly. Even better under the basket for Matilda Ringboom. Great shot.
What a way to come back after the bogey on the hole 1.
Let's see that again. Matilda Ringboom. Perfect height. Perfect power under the basket. Watch out your head while you're putting, as we say here in Finland. And this is the hole 2, 94 meters. Yeah, the Mando gets into your head.
Yeah, it can easily get in your head. If you take those Mandos out, this is the clear route that you will take, but double Mando can always be tricky.
And what just happened there? Did we just see Rachel Turton miss the Mando from the other side? I think we did. And here you can see the vast mass of those trees there, so you really can't wiggle yourself out if you miss the Mando just a bit. Turton now throwing her 4th. And this is under the basket almost, it's in the bullseye. A double Mando waiting for Rachel Turton. I mean, sorry, double bogey waiting for Rachel Turton. Let's see Jenni Karppinen. She's on hole 4, and this is her second shot on the hole. Jenni, of course, known for her drives and longer shots, and that's great execution there. Jenni Karppinen, at this moment, she's 2 under for the tournament after the first 3 holes. And that's a position where you want to be.
Exactly.
Looking for Ella's disc. She went a bit too straight there, but
I believe she's just outside the circle.
Yeah. Just to let the people there on the other side of the screen know, those red little markers, they are the markers for the circle 1, so they're not the markers for the OB.
Exactly.
A soft bit there.
And then those yellow ones are for bullseye.
Yep. And now this time we have the OB line on the basket side of the fairway. If you get your disc up on the road, that is OB. Silva taking the birdie. Silva's one down after 2 holes. Hansen takes the par. We're gonna have a double bogey from Rachel Turton. Unfortunate Mando missed there. But as we are in Terminalen, we have many holes to play. So we are moving to the hole 3. I believe they have like 50 baskets on the grounds at every times.
Let's
see Silva Saarinen once more.
Yeah.
Great putt.
Yeah, this course, they have actually 4 permanent layouts there. So there's over 50 holes to play. So lots of activities if you're a fan of disc golf.
And we're moving on to hole 3, which is a monster once again. It is a par 5, 231 meters. And this is gonna play tough for the field, considering MPO and the FPO.
Yeah, OB left side all the way, and now when we're coming here, the ditch is OB also on the right. So it's very narrow and very long and lots of rough.
Let's go visit Maria Liivamäki. Hole 4 is her 3rd shot. Maria Liivamäki first seen here, Disc Golf Network coverage. And Silva Saarinen to open the hole 3. This is looking great. It's a bit right side. Nah, it's not. That's great.
That's picture perfect.
And let's see that 3 more times. Matilda Ringboom. This has a nice flight also. Just behind, a bit behind the tree, but she'll manage. Seems like Ella Hansen is opting for the sidearm. Look at this.
Very
Great.
good. Very good. Yeah, there's 2 routes off the tee. You can go left side and kind of hyzering back to the right. So you want to avoid the left OB, or you can go this straight tunnel shot on the right side.
Rachel Turton unfortunately hitting a tree, and unfortunate point number 2, she's gonna hit many trees, as are all these players going to do here in Terminalen. We have a great amount of birches waiting for these players. Let's go visit Jenni Karppinen. She's on hole 4 also and throwing her 3rd shot. This is looking great for Karppinen. Yep, just a bit short from the optimal. And what a way to start the tournament with 3 par 5s in first 4 holes. I mean,
Yeah, not your typical start in disc golf, but yeah, they really changed the course this year and added some distance and also this is the first time that FPO and MPO plays a different layout here at Skellefteå, so that's a new thing as well.
And that is truly a custom we are adapting from the American side. And we should welcome here in Europe. So we see Turton. And you can see that kind of alleyway that the OB markers do on this hole. Let's see Moravkova on the hole 4, and she's putting for the birdie. A long putt outside circle 1. Nikola Moravkova, what a putt there.
Good start as well. 2 down, first 4 holes, so very solid.
The fairways are not wide here in Skellefteå. And with 2 lined up holes, we have those alleyways done with the OB, and that's a really refreshing sight to see.
Yeah, you really want to have a good tee shot if you want to attack this second shot. And looks like Ella is going for the other side. Should be fine, I believe.
Seems to grab some branches. She'll be fine. Matilda Ringboom. Fortunate enough, she was not under the tree trunk there as it seemed to be from the catch cam, but she's having a solid forehand line. And stops just before the OB.
Silva is in perfect position to actually try to get quite close to the green.
And Silva Saarinen. This was a superb drive, and this upshot is looking solid.
She probably have 30 to 40 meters max to the basket. Looking for another birdie.
That has usually been the case for Silva Saarinen.
Yeah, she's been playing very well this summer, and new up and coming player from Finland.
Great shot there from Rachel Turton. And I mean, if you look at Silva's stats there, last week in the Swedish Open, she had 39% birdies, and in the Krugholm Open, 33% of birdies. So those are nice percentages to have going to the Skellefteå, and we have some smaller fans also, younger ones.
Yeah, it's good to start young.
Yep. As we see Matilda Ringboom taking her upshot, I believe you, Teemu, have the same situation at home. You're going to start young with your own.
Yeah. Let's see if my daughter is interested. I surely gonna introduce her to the game, but then it's up to her what she's gonna do.
Sure thing. And Matilda Ringboom actually pulls this to the left, and that seems like a bit harsh place to be.
Yeah, the rough is here very, very thick, so you can get in a bad trouble if you throw into the woods. So hopefully she will have something there.
And we're going to see Hannele Määttä introduce her to the crowds. Eating a bit to the tree there, but this was on hole 5. Great to see her here discovering the Skellefteå woods. I mean, look at that. You don't want to be there on the left side. That's a jail. Hansen, similar upshot to the first hole, but she doesn't manage to get this far right enough. Second time in a row for Hansen to get a taste of those Swedish branches. They are not forgiving. And Silva Saarinen, a great position to tackle the green. This is great. Yep. And that yellow putter of hers has played some great things in her tournaments past. And Rachel Turton, next in the line. Yep. Solid upshot. Gonna take a par here. And this second par 5 of the opening 3 par 5s. Maybe next year in Skellefteå Terminalen we'll see 5 par 5s in a row to open the tournament.
Yeah, it's a tough start, and you really want to be warm up before the round and be ready to execute shots. Since the hole 1 doesn't let you easy.
And I believe Terminalen has some great facilities for you to get warmed up.
Yeah, they have a large driving range and lots of some extra holes and putting greens, so you have everything on that area.
Ella Hansen, a nice spinny putt there. Still going to take a par here and move on. Matilda Ringboom. This is for the par, but she's in a tough position. Yeah, nice run there. Matilda Ringboom is going to settle for the bogey here on the hole 3.
And this is for birdie for Silva.
Yeah, she's going to get some great points from the group if she'll manage to get this in. And she does. No extra time needed there for Silva Saarinen.
Yeah, she's very quick. She doesn't take too much time lining her shots, and yeah, seems working well lately.
Make sure her disc and hand is dry. One look at the basket and execution. And Rachel Turgeon, yep, taking the par. And Ella Hansen picking up her par and Matilda Ringboom. Unfortunate bogey here. We'll see Silva Saarinen putting that birdie once again, taking 1 or 2 strokes from the card. What an execution there. Let's go see Teemu's tips for the tournament. Teemu Nissinen, go ahead.
Yeah, these are my 3 big takeaways. Stay in the fairways. Fairways are generous, but the rough is very thick, so you really want to be on the fairway. Take your medicine. You will get the bad kicks. You will be in the woods, so don't try to be hero. Sometimes it's good to take medicine, place into the fairway, and try to take par from there. And then maintain focus till the end. This is a long round, lots of par 5s, par 4s, and even the last couple holes are very, very challenging. So yeah, maintain focus till the end is the key to be successful at Skellefteå.
And as you said, Teemu, this is one of the roughest starts we have on the tour. 3 par 5s in the first 4 holes. And I mean, we're going to see par 3s and par 4s, but it's not going to get easier for these ladies.
No, this is very, very challenging course for the both fields, and yeah, I'm exciting to see what they can do this weekend. I still expect hot scores since this course, if you can keep it in the fairway and your putter is hot, you can shoot low scores. But if your shots are kind of so, then it will be a long day at the office.
What would you say would be the hot score for the FPO field for a round and for the tournament?
I would hope that we could get around 6-7 under, probably. That would be a very, very good score in this course. Per
round, so about -20 come the end.
Yeah, that would be a very, very solid tournament, and that should take the win.
Full of it.
Nice to hear some cheerful chatter there from the tee of the hole 4. A par 5. 225 meters. 738 feet. And Silva Saarinen opening her way. That's a great shot.
Perfect position for attacking the second shot. That's fine as well. This first shot, they need to kind of throw the first soft kind of pitch shot to the fairway, since there's a pond middle of the fairway, probably 100 meters off the tee. So they're placing their first shot there, and then they can take a bigger drive down the fairway.
And we do have some OB water here on the hole 4. First time on the round. These FPO players are facing some water hazards and OBs. And this is Matilda Ringboom once again piercing the gap just ever so slightly. And that is the most important point here when opening the hole 4, the par 5. This is not the hardest of the par 5s we're going to play, but it sure is a long one.
Yeah, it's a long one. It turns left to right, and here you can see this pond is probably 100 meters away from the tee, and then you have the 2 gaps right or left. And you want to land anywhere, somewhere here, and then you have a shorter upshot and hopefully lining for a birdie.
We're going to visit Jenni Karppinen. She's in hole 5. And she doesn't get that in. And she's forced to take a bogey here on hole 5. And that's going to bring her to 1 down for the round. And back to our feature card. Here on hole number 4. And Matilda Ringboom. Rocking mostly pink discs, as does Lykke Lorentzen. And this looks great. What a shot. Nice controlled upshot drive from Matilda Ringboom. And Ella Hansen approaching her disc. A bit pinched there on the left side, so she's not in the middle of the fairway. But let's see after this. And that was pulled right. And did Ella just find the water there?
Yeah, depending on the kick, definitely went over the water, but then hit the tree, so we'll see, but she could be in a trouble.
And Silva, great position. Great shot. Silva is executing those approach shots with great success this morning. And we are hearing that the air there at Skellefteå, it's humid and the grass is really wet after those rains. So our players are struggling with the conditions on their discs and they have to get them cleaned and dried up before every shot. And this is Rachel Turton turning this over nicely. What a shot. Risking that left side there, but getting some great results.
Yeah, she's on a A1 position to approaching to the green and hopefully getting a birdie.
Let's go to see Maria Liivamäki on hole 6. And her opening drive on this par 3, 85 meters. A flex play there. Solid shot. Discovering Ella Hansen's disc there as you see the weather conditions there on the right side. 88% humidity, so very, very high. Some minor breezes as it comes to the wind.
Is it just OB or?
It seems that she's inbounds.
Okay.
She really.
Yeah, that was, if she was inbounds, that was very, very close.
Yeah. Forehand outside those left trees and gets in the middle of the fairway. What a save from Ella.
Yeah, she got a great break there. That could have been horrible kick and OB, and yeah, but now she's looking probably a par.
And Liivamäki once again, she's putting for the birdie and just hitting the top band, but you're not going to feel sorry for those top bands here at Skellefteå. You have to give your effort in order to get those birdies. And Matilda Ringboom, her third. And getting through everything into this gorgeous basket area. The green, we should say, but we have those wood chips there covering the whole green.
Yeah, it just shows those are the small things that they really focus on Terminalen to make the course as good as possible. So Silva will be just outside the circle for birdie.
And Rachel Turton is her third, aiming for the green. This is looking great. And into the bullseye for Rachel Turton. She's going to be grabbing a birdie here, once again on hole 4. Interesting up and down start. Took the birdie on hole 1 and then the double bogey on hole 2. So that was really unfortunate break, but she's going to be even after this hole, as we see Ella. This is wide. And Ella is outside the circle 1 and she's having some trouble with those upshots. It might be the humidity, it might be the traveling, but Ella has a long way to go with this tournament and she will have some great possibilities, opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go see Hannele Määttä. She's on hole 6. And what a birdie there with the hyzer putt. Talking about up and down.
Yeah, 3 bogeys and 2 birdies and one par.
And Silva able to get on the edge of the bullseye.
Let's see if Ella can save her par. This is a jump putt outside the circle.
And in the center, but just a bit low, and Ella Hansen will have to settle for the bogey. It seems like the circle for the wood chips, it's about 5 meters across, or should we say to the basket, so 10 meters across. Matilda Ringboom. This is for birdie. And once again, just like on hole 1, just a bit left side. She's going to settle for the par. And Silva Saarinen taking her par. She was a bit pinched there for the birdie putt behind those trees. Ringboom taking her par. Great birdie from Rachel Turton. And here you have some info for the Disc Golf Network, the home of live disc golf. I mean, what's there to say? You get 50% off for your first month, and if you're watching European Open, you might be, I mean, if you haven't heard about it, it's a great tournament, and you get all the content from the European Open. It's gonna be included in the subscription of Disc Golf Network, so no further fees, and that's a great package to have as we see the whole 5, the par 3. And you have to remember that if you are a member of the PDGA, you get also a discount.
Yeah.
The Disc Golf Network subscription.
Exactly. Hole 5, this is 105 meters. This year they have put the basket on the left side. It's normally on the right side, middle of the fairway, but now it's very close to the OB, so that's a big factor on this year.
We're going to visit hole 7 with Nikola Moravkova.
I believe on this new hole 5, the OB is like probably like edge of a bullseye, so it's very close to the basket, and its basket is top of the wood chips, so there you can get like kind of skips and slides very easily. So straight drive, placing just inside the circle, right side of the basket is way to go.
Rachel Turton with the lone birdie, the hole 4. Taking a driver, but taking a mid-range. A bit right side, but she gets away with it. Silva, this is also right side. Catching some branches. Fading. What a roll!
I believe that still stayed just out of bounds. Unfortunately, it was very close to get inbounds, but
yeah,
we'll
sure
see.
Thing. That's a bad break for Silva.
This is looking good.
Yep. And the basket is tucked just outside the OB line there. And Ella said, this is looking great.
Yep.
What a power she has. There's also OB on the backside of the basket. And we hope Ella stayed in bounds. Let's see that Silva Saarinen drive again. Left her hand high. Made it too much to the left side.
The disc tried to get inbounds.
Yeah.
I think it's very close. Let's see if it's in or out, but definitely landed out of bounds.
Yeah, and it's left for the card mates to decide if she was in bounds on the basket side of the OB and then rolled out. And this OB here on hole 5 really plays tricks on you. You really can't risk the left side. If you take a faster disc, a control or a distance driver, you will get some skips, as you said, on the green.
Yeah. And this is a good example how they have made the course this year a bit harder. This was exactly the same length, but middle of the fairway all the previous years. So it was just straight shot with no risk going OB. And yeah, now this year the OB is extremely close. So making a play very, very difficult, and I believe we're gonna see lots of bogeys on this hole.
This is Matilda Ringboom. Let's see if she's gonna run it or just lay up for the par.
This very dead putt.
Yeah, doing a wise decision there. And Ella going to look for her disc. Silva trying to establish where she went OB. And Ella is tucked in a bush. Was definitely wanting a par from there. Lucky enough to stay in bounds.
And now they're looking Silva's disc kind of closely. It can't be much in or out since they're looking it very closely. Looks like out of bounds.
Yep. She'll be putting for the par, but this is a tricky one. If she misses the basket, she might end up OB again. Hitting the band, a great effort whatsoever. Settling for the bogey.
Stroke looking very good and confident, and yeah, this is just a minor mistake, and I believe she will get back on track.
Some pars and a bogey for Silva Saarinen. Let's go to see Nikola Moravkova. She's on hole 7, and this is her third shot. Through the threes, aiming for the green. That's a nice approach. We'll hit a short commercial break at this moment. We'll be back with you soon.
Hey, I'm Johannes.
Hey, I'm Jonathan.
And today we're going to talk about how to aim.
You have some problems with the distance, the timing, and pretty much everything. This is kind of the ground or the beginning of the throw.
There we go. So we're going to throw some forehands.
Oh yeah. Then you just stroke the board and then you push it in the basket.
You should never, ever throw your max on a golf course.
What?
And we are back live at the Skellefteå Open 2023. We saw Nikola Moravkova, her upshot there on hole 7, and we're going to see her putting there on the very same hole. And that's a par for Moravkova, bogey free. Great job from Nikola. And now we're on the tee of hole 6. Live with our feature card. And Rachel Turgeon giving it her best. Deciding to go turnover. What a shot from Rachel Turgeon. 85 meters, taking a flex line from the left side. Interesting choice and great result.
Yeah, hole 6, this is definitely one of the easiest holes on the course. This is the second shortest hole on whole course, so this is a good birdie opportunity.
Talking about birdie opportunities, Matilda Ringboom going straight at the basket and almost the bullseye hit. She's gonna grab a birdie. It'd be nice to see a star frame here. And also going the left side, but this is high. Is this too stable? Just outside circle one. I mean, that's a bit outside. Yeah, 15 meters or so. She's gonna have a tough putt. Silva Saarinen wishes this to turn. This is heading left. Yeah, sure. Another tough putt coming up. If this will still be a star frame, I'm amazed. Let's see Matilda Ringboom. Once again.
I believe what's the same disc gonna hold too. So
Yeah.
seems to be working for her today.
Yeah. Almost hitting the pole of the basket as we see the whole 6 from the drone view. Averaging 2.83 for the day. 25% of players carding the birdie. And as you said, Teemu, this is one of the easiest holes and you really want to get this.
Yeah, this is very straightforward, not too tight, and yeah, it's just a good distance for the FPO field to try to take a birdie. I'm expecting a couple birdies at least. Let's see if Silva or Ella can bring a hot putter in this hole and make a outside circle putt.
Hansen, a nice height there, but hitting a guardian. Really not happy on her efforts this day.
Yeah, kind of slow start for Ella. Looked very solid on hole 1, but then kind of struggled a little bit.
Silva Saarinen, a difficult putt. Manages to get through. She'll putt for par for about 5 meters. Hansen hitting the tree in the center of her putting line. And she'll settle for the bogey at best, and that's a tough heat for Ella. A front runner here.
Yeah, you don't too often putt back-to-back first tree, but now it happened for Ella.
Sometimes those get you. And Rachel Turgeon. Great birdie there. 2 down for the last 3 holes. That's how you do it. And this is Saarinen for the par. Great job.
Silva doesn't show much emotion at all,
No.
good or bad. It's just very, very level emotions all the time. Probably feels some emotions inside, but that doesn't show at all. That's a sign of a true competitor.
And truly a sign of focus. And Matilda Ringboom with the almost bullseye birdie. Getting it. And back to even. for Matilda. One third in on this opening round for the FPO at Skellefteå. Let's go see Nikola Moravkova. She's bogey free still on this first round, and she's on hole 8. And this is looking bad. I mean, she's not in the worst possible place, but as our feature card moves on to this hole 7, a par 4, 159 meters, playing second hardest up until this point.
Yeah, this is a new hole for this year as well. They have kind of attached 2 normal holes together, and yeah, second hardest hole. It's very long to get enough distance off the tee, so you would be able to kind of approach to the green. So, and the tee shot is very narrow as well, so you need like a long drive, kind of like a sweeping hyzer, and as left side of the fairway is where you prefer to be. But on this card, especially Silva, Rachel and Ella, they have a kind of big arm, so I'm expecting some of them to get on the prime position to hopefully attach to the green.
Rachel Turton piercing the gap and getting a
Yep.
great result.
I think that could be just enough distance. I was surprised that she chose a mid-range. She really liked to throw mid-range, but I was expecting a driver on this hole.
This is Matilda Ringboom. Great shot altogether, about 10 meters short of Turton's. And Silva Saarinen next on the tee. This is turning, and might be a bad kick there. We'll see where Silva ended up. Next, Ella Hansen. A slower disc also on her hand. And choosing a fairway shot, layup type of a shot here on this hole 7. Let's go see Nikola Moravkova once again. She's on hole 8. This is her second, and hitting the tree in the middle. She now throws her third here. And Nikola Moravkova is in big trouble right now. And her bogey-free round is most likely going to end up there on hole 8.
And that was the key at this course. Keep it in the fairway, and if you get into trouble, take your medicine and don't try to be hero. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Moravkova can salvage a bogey and then hopefully move on and keep playing great. I was surprised Ella throwing more like a layup shot, didn't really try to force too much. And now as you can see, she's out of position, so she have to just pitch up around the corner and then have a short up shot for par.
And still going a bit long there.
Do you have yours, Silva? Yeah, exactly.
Next up, Matilda Ringboom. Choosing the sidearm. And that's a nice result. A bit low in the power, that upshot, but lands on the edge of the fairway. And we'll see Jenni Karppinen on hole 8. This is her third. And just missing those trees. Nice result there. And this is Rachel Turton and her second shot on the hole 7. Playing it wide, but catching a guardian bush there.
Rachel was very close to be on prime position, like 3-4 meters more from the tee, and she would have looked straight ahead. Approach shot, and Silva is pinched on the right, so she just needs to take a medicine and lay up to the fairway and try to take par from there.
Yeah, just like you told us, Teemu, you really don't want to start acting like a hero here in Skellefteå in the Terminalen. This is Ella Hansen, her third. Gets a nice ground action there. She'll be putting for the par. So it seems like her gameplay all along was to play this for the par.
Yeah.
Silva Saarinen, her third. And that's unprecedented miss from Silva Saarinen. Really seems that she wasn't in the moment there.
Yeah, there was one branch to miss and she hit middle of it.
Unfortunate break for Silva. Matilda Ringboom. She also clipping a tree there, but still getting almost inside the bullseye for the par. She gave it a bit of too much there on the right side. She'll get away with it. And Silva Saarinen, this is now her fourth, so it'll take a miracle to get a birdie, I mean a par here. And yeah, she'll just lay up and take the bogey. Next up, Rachel Turton. Yeah, nothing great there, so she'll be taking the par. Ella Hansen taking her par as planned. Matilda Ringboom taking her par. Rachel Turton following suit, and unfortunately Silva Saarinen will be taking her bogey. I mean, Teemu, what are we seeing here? I think Ella is having a slow start, as you said, and Silva also some early struggles there.
Yeah, I think when we started the round, everything looked quite okay, but now we have seen some struggles, and yeah, interesting to see how they can turn things down when we're moving closely to the back nine. But yeah, definitely some cold moment here. A couple easy mistakes, like couple up shots. Ella previous hole putted first available tree 2 times, and yeah, things like that. And Morakova, we saw she was bogey free 7 holes, then hit couple times in a row first available. So yeah, interesting things happening on the course.
And this is for bogey for Morakova, and yeah, she'll be taking a double there, so paying a big price from those early trees, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
It's hard to see a player struggle after such a clean scorecard, and then
Yeah, and now we see Rachel Turgeon top of the leaderboard. Yeah, taking a double bogey on hole 2, but now back in the lead. So
sorry.
And nobody gets unpunished here at the Terminalen. Everybody will have struggles with the trees and with those humid conditions. And Rachel Turgeon once again proving why she's throwing that specific mid-range there.
yeah, I feel like Rachel mainly throwing maybe 2 or 3 different discs, and she really liked that mid-range, so she's throwing that a lot here in the wooded course.
Matilda Ringboom.
So to say, liking a disc. Matilda's throwing this disc all over this course with a great execution as well.
Ella Hansen. 1 over for the round. This is turning. What a shot from Ella, showing us how much distance she has. What a shot.
Yeah, that was a great hyzer flip down the middle, and she will have hopefully a great look for birdie on hole 8.
We'll see that Ella Hansen drive once again. Let's roll back that Zuka replay for her. What a shot. Perfect flex down the middle. Optimum position as we see the hole 8 in the flyover view. 190 meters, par 4.
Yeah, this is the hardest hole today on the course. This is also changed pin position. It's usually been just straight ahead, but now they have pinched to the basket right side, and that brings a whole new factor to this hole.
Averaging already over a stroke above par 5.08.
Ja Jenni Karppinen.
Jenni Karppinen, yeah, on the hole 9.
That's picture perfect.
Yeah, great job from Jenni. Pretty even there up the scoreboard. Rachel Turgeon, as you told us, taking the position number 1 in the round 1, and Matilda Ringboom, Silva Saarinen, Nikola Moravkova even for the day following suit. And this hole 8 is averaging over a stroke over the par, so 5.08 for the day. And now it's Silva Saarinen's turn to be in trouble. And great execution there from the right side, and Silva is known not to throw many forehands, so she will be taking that yellow putter of hers and trying to get something done with the backhand. Rachel Turton, her second. Wants this to skip. And gets an interesting reaction from the stump there on the ground.
Yeah, that was looking very good. Coming low, driver sidearm, and then hit the stump and took a reverse skip. So, bit unfortunate break there from Rachel.
Matilda Ringboom. Solid shot in the middle. Aiming for the par from there. You really need some huge accurate distance on this hole even to get a glimpse for the birdie. And Ella Hansen currently has the best available length on her drives to do so. It's right side for Ella Hansen, still struggling with her forehand. And now she's back in trouble.
Yeah, couple sidearms earlier. She pulled them left, and now she early released to the right, and looks like she's in trouble. Hopefully she can get out of the rough and get herself even a par.
And Silva Saarinen, her third. Look at this. Great execution, and she's putting for the par from the circle one. Now all that's left to execute the putt. And Silva currently 2 birdies and 2 bogeys, so a couple pars. Matilda Ringboom up next. A nice upshot from Matilda. She actually won the Swedish Championship in 2021 in the under 18 class, and she was third in the Junior European Championships in 2021. Some great scores from her early in her career, and hoping to see some great results from her in this tournament. And look at Rachel Turton, almost giving it a bit of a run there. Aiming straight at the basket. And Matilda coming straight from the Swedish Open last week. She was 9th there, and Rachel Turton, she was actually in Finland playing a tournament there, the Tyni Open. And of course we have Ella Hansen, her first tournament outside the US ever. And then Silva Saarinen, 2 wins on her belt. From Krukol Open 2 weeks ago and Swedish Open last week. We're going to see Jenni Karppinen. She's on hole 9 and throwing her second. And is this turned enough? No, it's not. But gets a favorable roll there. Lucky shot for Jenni Karppinen, and
Oh boy.
this is bad.
Yeah, this shows what it's all about here in Skellefteå. Fairways are not the tightest wooded holes ever, but the rough is thick and you don't really have anything from here because the basket is 90-degree right where Ella is aiming, and
Ella,
she tried a sidearm roller and
yeah, didn't get enough angle there, and seems to be hitting the monopod there. And now she has a long putt for the par. Landing into the bullseye, but she's going to settle for another bogey there. Really unfortunate there for Ella Hansen.
yeah, she was on a perfect position off the tee, but tried to buy too much. Tried to be very aggressive on the second shot, and yeah.
What are we talked about being aggressive here in
Yeah.
the Terminalen?
Yeah, exactly.
And this is Saarinen for par. And what a catch. Great putt from Silva Saarinen, and that was an important par,
Yeah.
ending the bogey stroke.
Especially after bad kind of easy mistake on the previous hole, took a bogey there. Now to get a great par save and get some momentum going forward.
And Matilda Ringbom once again missing from the left side. And that seems to be the Achilles heel for her.
Yes, I believe this was third mistake on kind of similar distance and similar result. Low left.
And Turgeon for the par. And she misses the putt, so Silva Saarinen the only one to get away with the par here on hole 8.
Yeah, this was the hardest hole on the course, and it didn't let the feature card too easy here today.
And we are not getting anywhere near to seeing a more easier of a hole. I mean, the hole 9 plays second in the difficulty for the day, and that's another par 4. Let's go see Jenni Karppinen. She's putting for the par on this hole 9. And missing the basket ever so slightly. And Karppinen now has 3 bogeys in a row. as we see the hole 9, the par 4, 229 in meters.
Yeah, par 4 dogleg to the left, and I believe they have actually moved the pin position this year to the bit further, so to make it harder, yeah, you really need a very big drive to be able to have an approach shot here. This is like 50, 60 meters longer than it's previously been.
Silva Saarinen first on the tee after the great par. It's fading left, but that's fine. But there is a mandatory there.
Ideally, you want to get another side of those birch trees. You will see Silva was like 25 meters short. So if you could go around that tree there, that's ideal.
Great shot from Rachel Turton, although rolling under the tree.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, but very close to be picture perfect.
And Ringboom in the middle, that's fine. And Ella Hansen, and all eyes are now on Ella. Can she turn the train around? This is looking huge. Wow.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, she's throwing actually this very, very far, and that's a very good spot. But she will have probably like 100 meters to the basket, so the birdie feels like a bonus here.
Let's see Rachel Turton's drive once again. Almost picture perfect. Hugging the right side, getting the turn, but maybe missing the turn just a bit and getting a skip under the tree there on the left side.
Yeah, you can do it. Like, this is fine as well.
Yeah, because in the rugby, like, the first throw, it
Yeah,
slips like your hand
it's
down.
true. I've done that before. I have like dropped.
It isn't rugby.
Yeah.
Gorgeous drone views here as we see the leaderboard for the top 5 players. It's even out there. And Silva Saarinen and Rachel Turton leading the round even for the round, and it is slower than you predicted, Teemu.
Yeah, they started out well, but now they have been struggling a little bit. I believe there is a couple more good birdie holes coming up soon, so let's see if they can turn the lights up again, and we could see a couple more birdies on the scoreboard.
Matilda Ringboom hitting the right side of the fairway. Next up Silva Saarinen, and she's opting for a standstill. Yep. Solid shot there to the fairway. And the Discgolf Terminalen really has shown its teeth for these FPO players. Having some big struggles there on the opening 9 holes. And as we see this tournament progress, we certainly might see some playbooks change for our players.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a very key thing for professional disc golfers. How you're able to adapt during the tournament, kind of learn your mistakes, and then keep the good things and try to clean up the mistakes before the Sunday.
Ella Hansen, after a monstrous drive.
But still have like 100 meter to the basket, and looks like she's just pitching.
Yeah, perfect layup into the middle, taking the par.
In the past, the basket was actually a bit shorter than where that ended up, so it was just like good drive and then short little up shot and good little change for this year to make it championship level course once again.
Yeah, sure. And Turgeon tilts this too much down, and I mean, she'll have a nice upshot for the par.
Yeah.
And I bet these FPO players try to get some adaptation from Nate Sexton, who once said that he hates bogeys more than he loves birdies.
Yeah, bogeys, clean scorecard is key wherever you play. Pars are fine, you don't really lose strokes there, but keeping away from bogeys is key to be successful.
And as we see from the drone footage, the sun is coming out from the clouds. And this is Silva Saarinen again taking that yellow putter, and this is tight to the right side. She gets a favorable kick, but that's going to be hard to save the par. Struggles all around on our feature card. And Matilda Ringboom a little bit pinched there on the right side too, as Silva Saarinen. You really wish to execute this hole as did Ella Hansen. I mean, 2 shots in the middle, tap in the par, as we hope Ella will do, and move on. And Ringboom clipping branches just in front of her. She'll have a similar putt to Silva Saarinen to save the par. Yeah, on this hole you really don't want to be on circle 2 putting for the par. But it takes a lot, and this is the second hardest hole today as of this point. 67% carding bogey or worse. Turgeon, great upshot. And she will card the par. And it's great to see spectators following the FPO card on the first day of the tournament. Promises great things for the days to come. Ella Hansen, her third. Yep. A bit of fade there to the left side. That's not ideal.
Yeah, you would have hoped to get a bullseye par, but now she will have a tester 6-7 meters, and That could be actually crucial regarding this round. She had been some struggles. Now looking very solid on this hole, and yeah, she really have to make that one, because that would be annoying mistake.
Matilda Ringboom. And that's a short putt for the par, and she will card a bogey here. And Saarinen. And hitting the cage for the par, and she also has to settle for the bogey. Hansen for the par. She gets it. Great putt. Great solid putt there from Ella Hansen, taking the par.
Yeah.
Next up, Rachel Turton. Par for her. And the par here feels like a birdie.
Yeah, it's you win definitely some strokes from the field taking a par here.
And soon we will have a short commercial break, but first we'll visit Nikola Moravkova putting for the birdie on hole 10. This long par 3. And she makes it. Great job. We'll see you soon enough after this break. And we are live from the Skellefteå Open 2023. Teemu Nissinen in the booth with me, and we have seen some interesting struggles from our FPO players this morning.
Yeah, there was couple very hard holes, end of the front nine. Now there's a couple more birdieable holes coming up, so I'm expecting more birdies coming in very soon. So let's see if they can heat it up on the back nine.
Yeah, the back nine is about to start, and as we are going to see the flyover here behind us, it's not gonna get easier, but I mean we get a breath, should we say?
Yeah, a par 3, around 100 meters, straight shot with a little bit of fade. I'm expecting to have a couple good birdie looks on this hole.
And as we saw Nikola Moravkova there a moment ago, carding a birdie here, and we have a small heel there, so don't hit the cage and you might roll down.
Yeah, hole 10 has one of the only holes that have kind of elevated green, and yeah, you can get some rollaways if you miss your putt.
And Rachel Turton missing her chance there by hitting the branches. Can Ella Hansen execute this opening drive? This looks better. Needs a skip. Yeah, that's short. Short and too right for Ella Hansen. And Silva Saarinen now has a chance. That needs a skip. Also gets a minor tree hit there, I suspect.
Yeah, both drives were good, but too straight. You really want to have kind of sweeping hyzer, not too straight shot here.
Matilda Ringboom, this is turning right. Yeah. All four drives to the right side and 2 of them getting away with it. And we are going to see these great stamps on those discs our FPO players are throwing there, and we've seen the caps, we've seen the shirts. I mean, there's a QR code for you. You can take those fancy phones of yours and go to the Eurotour shop to take a part in supporting the Eurotour. We're going to see Nikola Moravkova on hole 11, opening shot from the tee.
This looks ideal.
Great shot, as we hear from there, wow. That's a correct reaction. And Rachel has some distance to cover if she wishes to card a par. And that's a nice effort, rolling to the back side of the hill. About 7 meters for the par. And as these players are getting to the disc, we're going to see Nikola Moravkova's second shot here. This long par 5, hole 11. Piercing the gap and getting a fade. As we see Matilda Ringboom. Her approach is inside the circle. She's putting for the par. It's a solid upshot there. And Silva Saarinen left. Running for the birdie from 16. A soft bit there and settling for the par from the bullseye.
Yeah, Silva is very aggressive on a putter, so she's running whenever she sees the basket. Definitely not afraid to give it a run.
I can go?
Yeah.
And next up, Rachel Turton. Took her first PDGA license in 2020 and already won 27 events of her 45 attended and grabs a par. Great job from this United Kingdom player visiting Europe and the Euro Tour once again. She's had some great momentum this year. Already 4 wins, 2 C-tiers and 2 A-tiers. And Matilda Ringboom, and this is rolling down. That was for her par, and now she's putting for the bogey from about 6 meters uphill. Matilda came second on this year's national tour of Sweden in May. And that's a bit left side too, but she manages to get this in.
Yeah, that was very important. Hopefully she'll get some confidence from there, and starting to fire up the putter. She had been throwing very well all day, but a couple misfires on putting green.
Let's go see Nikola Moravkova, and she's approaching for the eagle here. That would be a great opportunity to catch strokes for the field. The solid beat that settles under the basket for the birdie. What a way to take the hole 11 down. Let's see a short commercial break. We'll be back with you soon. And the back nine of the opening round here at Skellefteå Open has started, and Teemu Nissinen with me, Esa-Pekka Tupala in the booth. And the struggles continue for our card, but we certainly hope, and on these par 4s and 3s upcoming, they can manage to salvage some birdies.
Yeah, definitely not easy course. Next we will have a par 5 coming up, so hopefully we can get some birdies and momentum, and I believe we need a couple more birdies, and then the whole card probably could get some better playing, and yeah, let's go see what they can do.
Yeah, we have some great experience from our feature card. I mean, Ella Hansen took the 4th place in Preserve last weekend. Silva Sarnen, of course, taking those victories, and everybody has their struggles here today at the Terminalen, and it's early morning there, and it's really humid, and the grass it's wet, and you really have to take care of those discs.
And it is the first round of the tournament, so they kind of get used to the course and found the tricks on the course. So I'm expecting better playing during the weekend.
Let's go see Nikola Moravkova. She's driving on the hole 12. And she is your current leader with 1 down for the round. Yeah?
And I'm happy.
And she's happy being safe there on the hole 12. And it's pretty tight up there. Silva Saarinen, Rachel Turton just behind Nikola Moravkova for the lead, and nothing is over here in Terminalen. Even when you come to the last hole, you really need to keep your focus. You have to keep your head in the game.
Yeah, the almost the holes are only getting harder, and end of the round there is island hole coming up. Hole 18 is very, very difficult, so there's a lot on the line on the back nine as well.
As we see the hole 11 flyover here, reminds me of a hole in Konopiste.
Yeah, only difference is that in Konopiste they have probably 20 meters wider the fairways. But fun fact on this part of the course, this is another side of the road, and this is technically the only elevation change we have on the whole course. The elevation change is probably 5 meters uphill, but this is very flat land. But on this particular corner on this course, there is slightly elevation. So first we go uphill, and then we go par 3 downhill, which we see Moravkova throwing just recently. So fun little fact there.
And this is a beautiful property we are getting chance to play disc golf in, and a big thanks to the maintenance crew once again keeping this hole in mint condition. And as we are getting ready to see Rachel Turton with her opening drive on hole 11. This is looking solid, just a bit high, but gets away with it, and she's on the fairway. Couple of tree kicks.
Yeah, on this hole it's extremely important to keep it on the fairway. The rough is very thick on this hole.
And Ella Hansen taking this too wide, and she knows it herself. She's on the edge of the fairway, so she might get away with it a little bit. Silva Saarinen, is this too right? Yep. And doesn't get all the way through. Can Matilda Ringboom give us a perfect shot? And that's a great drive.
She will actually have I believe she will have a very good look for attacking to the pin and maybe taking an eagle 3.
We'll have to roll back that Zuka replay for Matilda Ringboom, showing us how it's done here on the hole 12. Sorry, hole 11, of course, this par 5, and gets a nice skip and stays away from the trees. Nikola Moravkova just moments ago, she was a bit pinched behind one tree, but Matilda Ringboom really in a perfect position. Won the Swedish Nationals in junior 18 class, and she lost some strokes to the winner Silva Saarinen there in the last tournament. And talking about Moravkova, let's see her tackle the hole 12, and she's putting for birdie. And a bit low there. Going to see another pond here at the Terminalen. Silva, is this long? That's a bit long, but she might have to go for a forehand there if she is pinched. But that's something Silva rarely does.
regarding those ponds, you don't too often see disc golf courses having that kind of small little water hazards where you can actually get off your discs. Here at Terminalen they have made those by themselves, so there's not too much water on there, so visually appealing, and then also adding difficulty on the holes, as they should, but you don't have a fear to lose your discs, which is great.
Yeah, that's a great point there.
There we saw Matilda's disc, and it's dead middle of the sweet spot, so she will definitely have a good chance to attack to the green.
This hole 11 averaging 5th in difficulty for the day, and half of the players carding a bogey or a worse. 2 players carding the birdie today, Marianne Must and Nikola Moravkova, you saw just moments ago. Matilda Ringboom is a perfect position here, as said.
This is probably 90 meters uphill.
And hitting that tree in the middle. I believe she is still able to lay up for the birdie.
Yeah, she will have like probably like 30-35 meter approach shot.
Let's see Nikola Moravkova and her drive on hole 13. A par 3, just over 100 meters. And this is fading early.
OB.
Yeah, that sure is OB, and unfortunate miss there for Moravkova.
Not a good layup for Ella and Silva. They went too long, and we'll see if they have shot to the green.
And Ella Hansen once again struggling with those Swedish birches. It's all about getting your head straight from this point onwards. You can only do something for the throw just ahead of you. And Silva getting outside from the woods, and she's on the circle's edge. And Rachel Turton and that's a bit long for Turton, but she's there in the circle and putting for the birdie. Ella Hansen, her 4th, clips another tree, and the struggle continues for Ella Hansen. She hasn't had many days here in Sweden, and the jet lag might still be going on for her, and it's a hard thing to see a player struggle. But she certainly has something to take away from this day and to move forward tomorrow. And I mean, nothing said and done here. We are in the second half of the first day of the tournament, and she's 2 over. I mean, she's doing great considering all those unfortunate kicks and trees on her way. And she's laying up for the bogey. And Matilda Ringboom next on the line. A tricky place to be. She has an Anheuser flex play to go around the bush from the right side. Can she execute? What a shot from Matilda Ringboom, and she will be carding, most likely carding a birdie just outside the bullseye. Rachel Turton. A tough putt ahead for the birdie if she was to go for it. Circling around the basket. Silva Saarinen going for it, and what a putt there from Silva outside circle one.
Yeah, she, like I said previous hole, she's very aggressive with the putter and didn't think too long. Just aim and shoot.
And Hansen taking the bogey. And Matilda Ringboom missing a really short putt for the birdie, and right side low this time. A really sad miss from Matilda Ringboom there, as we see Rachel Turton taking her par from the bullseye. Great opportunities for our feature card, but only Silva Saarinen able to pick up the birdie. Let's go see Jenni Karppinen. She's putting for the birdie on the hole 13. This is outside circle 2. This is like 30 meters away. And that's in! What a putt from Jenni Karppinen. Look at that. And this is Nikola Moravkova, and she missed her putt there. And just getting a double bogey on the same hole 13. And Moravkova having some big struggles there. We'll go to see hole 12. The par 3, 108 meters. And averaging in the middle of the difficulty scale.
Yeah, just 100 meters downhill. You have 2 gaps, but 99% time players take the right gap. You have a bit of a hill behind the basket, so that's grabbing the discs very well. So you can hit driver hard low and just hopefully hit the hill behind the basket and get yourself a birdie opportunity.
Rachel Turgeon on the tee. And not able to get onto the field. Matilda Ringboom also hitting those center trees. We're yet to see Ella Hansen tackle this hole 12. This is looking great. And just hits the OB water hazard there. It surely looked like she was going over the basket, but then something happened. Maybe the discs just dropped out of the sky. And this is a really, really tricky hole because of that water there. And once again, we would like to remind you about the European Open presented by Discmania. It's going to be live on Disc Golf Network, and you get all the European Open content with the subscription to the Disc Golf Network. Last year, all the European Open stuff was under an extra subscription, but this year you will get it all when getting just a normal Disc Golf Network subscription. So that's a no-brainer for you, I should say.
Yeah, definitely. And during European Open, there's plenty of coverage, live and post-production and everything. So great major disc golf coming in 2 weeks.
Probably you then, Matilda. Yeah. It's a bit further up than I thought. Sorry.
And determined that Matilda Ringboom actually is the first one to proceed with her upshot. Coming back to the Disc Golf Network subscription, you are most welcome to see this live broadcast from the YouTube too, but I'd have to remind you that after this first day, we'll continue the broadcasting at discgolfnetwork.com. So if you wish to see those European Open stuff or this tournament, the last 2 rounds, you'll have to get the subscription, but that's a no-brainer too, because the amount of live disc golf you're getting these days is humongous. And this is Ringboom clipping that tree and landing inside the bullseye. That's a lucky branch.
I don't think there is, but
No, I think it's the road in that case, and
And Rachel Turgeon. A tough spot to be in. She has a line to the basket. And she takes the left side. And there is no OB, there are just those signs to show you the shape of the fairway. But Turgeon is having a longer upshot still for the bogey. Next on the line, Silva Saarinen. And skipping from the water to the bullseye. That's a fortunate break. Next up, Rachel Turton once again. And she leaves that short. And she's in the water. The troubles continue for our lead feature card, and this is Silva Saarinen skipping her way into the green.
Safe. That's what you meant to do, right?
That was a lucky result for Saarinen.
This is all ready for double bogey.
Not able to cash that in. And this is Ella Hansen's drive. Missing the trees on the right side. And here the disc just falls down from the sky. And she had a putt for the par, but not able to cash that in.
Yeah.
And those sticks definitely come in handy. Playing the Discgolf Terminalen in Skellefteå. And Silva Saarinen carding the par. And she's happy for it. Even though she has the tournament face on her. Doesn't really show emotions. As you, Teemu, just said there. And Rachel Turton is going to fall down 3 strokes. And she was even before this hole, but now she's 3 over. Let's go see Nikola Moravkova, and she's driving the hole 14. A par 4, 187 in meters. You're looking perfect. Solid after those struggles.
Yeah.
Great shot from Moravkova, and we'll have a short commercial break soon, but make sure to visit the Pro Shop with this QR code to support the Disc Golf Pro Tour.
Should have brought some snacks.
I got you.
Ah!
I got you. I got you. I got you.
Oh, Karen, do you know where hole 17 is?
I got you!
Is that a compass? Karen, why do you have this?
Ethan, just help me. We gotta get this set up.
Okay.
It's getting dark.
When you first sign up for a PDJ membership, you're given a PDJ number. Your PDJ number is a stamp for when you got involved in the sport. It's a badge of pride for players and a part of your disc golf identity. Get your number today. Visit pdja.com/join.
This
Is
the new
up to ice orbit. Look,
at this
very nice thing.
tingling.
And welcome back to the Skellefteå Open 2023, the fifth stop of the Euro Tour. My name is Esa-Pekka Tupala, and in booth today, Teemu Nissinen. Welcome, Teemu.
Good to be here.
Great to see you here, and we've had some interesting things happen to our FPO feature card and the second card. Silva Saarinen currently leading the tournament and the round with even score, and just saw Rachel Turton with some big struggles there.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. I thought about the previous hole was a good birdie opportunity, and we saw one triple, one bogey, and a couple pars, so didn't go as planned. Now we have a similar length hole coming up with not as much OB in play, so hopefully we can get some good golf and a couple birdies. It's been the round started really well, and I thought about we will see hot scores, but now the last 6, 7, 8 holes have been a struggle for all our card.
And this is hole 13, just there behind us. A bit over 100 meters, and we just saw Jenni Karppinen do a big putt here.
Yeah.
And averaging 3.17 for the day. So this is really a breather after those few holes.
Yeah, good birdie opportunity, and let's go get some birdies.
Let's go do that. We hope our players are on the same mindset than we here in the booth live from Helsinki. Coming at you via Discgolf Network and on the YouTube also for free on this first day of the tournament. And we are not letting those players go easy after this front nine. We're going to have some interesting struggles coming up, I suspect.
Yeah, more par 4s. I believe one more par 5 as well. So lots of golf left.
Look at this drive from Silva Saarinen. She's going to have to tackle that tree, guardian tree there before the basket. With a nice distance, and this is Matilda Ringboom turning this to the right. Got some nice distance, but not inside the circle. Ella Hansen. Wants this to turn and hits a tree. Inside circle 2, but a tough putt coming up. This is looking great. Beautiful shot from Rachel Turton. Inside circle 1 for sure. Putting for the birdie. Getting to some approaches. And this is Ringboom putting for the birdie, and she has those branches there on the right side that might come to play just a little bit. Left it short in the bullseye for the par. Silva Saarinen having to stretch out. And like we anticipated, she had to struggle with that tree, and she hit it, and now she's 3 meters away from the par. And now Rachel Turton. And what a recovery. After the triple bogey, she cards the lone birdie. Great job from Turton. And 3 pars coming up. And we'll see Nikola Moravkova next. She's throwing the hole 14. Oh, 15, sorry. This is the second. And the struggles continue for Moravkova. As we see the dark clouds gather here at Skellefteå. Current conditions, the humidity has come down just a bit. Temperature about 18 degrees Celsius and very mild wind there. You don't want any wind to mess up your game even further on this difficult course. And this is Moravkova approaching the basket. She gets the par here on hole 14. That's a great save after the first struggles on the hole. And here is your leaderboard for the day. Top 10 players inside 4 strokes. So really even scoring after these first 13 holes.
Yeah, the course have showed its teeth today. So whole FPO field, Silva is leading with even score. So yeah, I expected to see some -5, -6 scores, but not today.
Not today. It certainly is playing a much more difficult than anticipated, and that might not be such a bad thing. We really need to see some great efforts to see the best scores possible. And we are on hole 14 with our feature card, and this is a par 4. Again on the very much hardest holes on the course, 187 in meters, averaging over a stroke above the par.
Yeah, the tricky part here is that you have to hit this first gap and then have a long turnover shot, and you really want to be under the shadows right side of the fairway. Then you're facing anywhere from 60 to 90 meter approach shot, and you have the basket a little bit raised and right next to this small little pond. And yeah, it's very difficult to kind of keep it close to the basket. You usually leave your approach shot 8 to 9 meters behind the basket, and then you're facing the dead putt. The pond is like less than 3 meters away from the basket.
Yeah, that's a great point there. Rachel Turton, first on the tee with a great birdie on the hole 13. Wishes this to fade. And it does so. What a shot from Rachel Turton in the middle.
Yep.
This is looking perfect. Almost in the same spot as Rachel Turton. And now Ringboom. It seems that it took 13 holes for our players to get those things dialed in. Just a bit left side for Ringboom, but otherwise great shot. And Hansen getting through the right side. And that's long for Hansen, but I mean, she's on the right side, so she's not in a perfect position, but 3 great drives. Nikola Moravkova, she's driving her way on hole 15, 150 meter par 4. A nice flip up there from the disc. Great job. Ups and downs for every single player on the field right now from our FPO division. And at this moment our players, they've been playing 2.5 hours, so the course can really take you down with those energy levels. Also, you need to keep on keeping the nutrition and hydration on point, even though it is a bit humid there.
Yeah, it's a very long course, and the rounds will be long. Probably good 3.5 hour rounds, and yeah, it really takes everything from you.
Rachel Turgeon in the middle of the fairway. This is a great view for the fairway, and there is the water on the right side of the screen, and the basket is tucked just on the left side of it. And is Rachel Turgeon on the dry land? We certainly hope so. Yet to be seen. And this is one of the toughest upshots on the course. And you really have a decision to make.
Yeah. This is, let's see what Silva do. I'm expecting a layup, which is left side there, outside the circle 1.
And Matilda Ringboom, third in order to approach the basket, and she really is, she's far down the fairway, but she's not in a good position, and she has a layup to do. I would be really surprised if she goes for this.
Yeah, the angle is kind of extreme, so just a hyzer around the corner and try to get a par.
Clips the branches there in front of her. And now it's getting difficult to get the par. And Hansen on the right side of the fairway, a bit on the rough side of things. Also clipping some branches, but still gets the glide, but finds the water. And our feature card really struggling with those OBs, and Ella actually, she was just barely inside on the earlier holes. On hole 4 she was just inside next to an OB water hazard, and now she has found one.
Is it OB like behind the baskets?
This guy knows.
On the left side, but not back there.
On the left side, but not like
along the corridor.
Okay.
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
And Ringboom making sure she knows where the OB stands on this hole. And doesn't commit enough, and she also finds the pond. And those extra strokes, would you say, Teemu, they are exactly the ones that you... First you have to forget them going onward on this round, but then you have to remember then coming back to this round the mistakes you made, and you have to play or maybe change your playbook a bit.
Yeah, exactly. And very unfortunate 2 shots there from Matilda. She was pretty okay from off the tee and clipped the branch, and now she's paying a big price.
We're going to hole 15, and we're going to see Jenni Karppinen and Nikola Moravkova there approaching. This is Karppinen. A great second shot there, and this is Moravkova, also her second great upshots. And birdie putts for both of our players there. Great job. They had some real struggles there. I mean, look at Jenni Karppinen. Her card is a severe pain on the middle side. And Silva Saarinen not able to commit there. Interesting enough, she took the putt and ran it.
Yeah. Yeah, the next hole, hole 15, is definitely the birdie you want to get. And Karppinen and Moravkova showed how it's done.
And this is Ringboom. And that's going to be a double bogey for Matilda Ringboom after the hit into the pond. And now there's a discussion where to put Rachel's lie, and she actually is also there in the water, so this is for par. And she gets the par. That's a great save for Rachel Turton. Turton currently, she has a bogey, she has a double bogey, and she has a triple bogey from today, and currently 2 over for the round. And now Hansen for the par. And doesn't commit to the putt, and that is scary. That's going to be 7 to 8 meters comeback for the bogey, and water all behind the basket. Teemu, you've had your fair share of these water hazards in Skellefteå. They can be daunting.
Yeah, just need to commit to this putt. It's one that Ella is making with high percentage usually.
But now just a bit low, and maybe that was the water there.
Yeah, it can get into your head, and then having a rough round, and yeah, things can be difficult at times. And it seems like Ella is having a kind of rough day. She started with the birdie on hole 1, textbook. Everything looked very solid, and then pretty much after first couple holes she's been struggling all day.
Let's see a short commercial break. We'll be back with you soon.
This is Latitude 64. We handle the smallest of grains with the greatest of passion. Always trying to improve, trying to be better, out of curiosity, excitement, out of thrill, for the player, for the game. Because we want to make disc golf awesome for you.
Repetitive stress injuries are one of the most common reasons that disc golfers have to take time off from playing the sport they love. With the average disc golf bag weighing up to 25 pounds, this can add up to over 2,000 pounds of accumulated stress on your body during a single round. A cart gives you the ability to bring what you need on the course without the repetitive heavy lifting. This reduces the number of stress points you experience during a round, keeping you at your best.
The Skellefteå Open 2023, fifth stop of the Euro Tour. It's opened officially. My name is Esa-Pekka Tupala, and in the booth with me, Teemu Nissinen today. Welcome, Teemu. We've seen some struggles. We've seen some crazy putts. Shout out to Jenni Karppinen there from Circle 3, should we say. And she's there battling for the lead position after a tough middle part of the round.
Yeah, seems like the middle part of the course doesn't give anything easy, and it was struggle all field. Now we have a couple more good birdie opportunities coming up, so hopefully we can get some minus par rounds today and clean end of the round.
We're going to see Moravkova and Karppinen and their progression on the round there behind us. I mean, we have 4 more holes to go to this end of the round, and 3 of them are par 4s and 1 short par 3.
Yeah, the last hole will be very difficult to birdie, but for the feature card, the next 3 holes, they are very good birdie opportunities. So let's see if they can fire up the cylinders one more time and yeah, get some good action.
That is surely something we hope, and we're going back to the action there while Silva Saarinen and Nikola Moravkova are leading the tournament on this first day. They're both even for the round, though Moravkova has played 15 holes and Silva only 14. So we have some interesting things to see here, and it's also interesting that we were suspecting about 6 to 7 under for a round to be the hot score, and today it's not going to happen, but we are thinking that maybe some of those players are changing a bit of their playing books, game books, and for tomorrow.
Yeah. Example, Rachel Turton, she's been playing pretty flawless all day, except the one double on a hole 2, and then the triple couple holes prior. So take those away and she will be just there. So just avoiding big numbers here and yeah, keep it in the fairway.
And going back to the action on hole 15, so we see Silva Saarinen take her opening drive on this 150-meter par 4, hitting the tree in the middle of the fairway, but luckily rolling a bit away from it, not staying directly below it. Matilda Ringboom. Ella Hansen showing us how she drives these open holes. What a shot there! That was huge.
And now she's looking putt for eagle.
What just happened there with Ella Hansen? Oh my! Driving her way on the edge of circle 2. And Silva has a nice upshot there. About 8 meters left for the birdie. I'm just amazed by the drive. And Matilda Ringboom, her second. Looking great for Matilda Ringboom. Good job. And Rachel Turgeon. Great opening drives from both Rachel and from Ella. And that's a short approach for a tap-in birdie. And these are some scores that we have been missing from our feature card. Hole 15 certainly playing as one of the easiest holes on the day. This is for eagle, and Hansen just pulls it a bit to the right side. She's putting for the birdie from about 5 meters. And Silva Saarinen, her putt for the birdie. And doesn't get it. What a speed out there. That's unfortunate. I mean, that was on the rim for like full 2 seconds there. Oh my. And Ringboom taking the birdie. And now Hansen for the birdie. She cards the birdie after the unfortunate double bogey on the last hole. And Matilda did the exact same. Double on the last and birdie here. And Rachel Turton getting back to even par. And Silva Saarinen having to go for the par. And I believe I've never seen that kind of a roll on the cage there. Really unfortunate, but those are things that happen to all of us at some point.
Yeah, we were just that close to actually get a star frame finally. And yeah, like I said, that's a good birdie hole. We got 3 birdies, and yeah, now we have 3 more holes to go, and I'm expecting a couple more birdies to come.
We have some big par 4s coming up, 2 of those, and then we have a short par 3. But this was a monster here. Ella Hansen opening the hole 15. This is 130 meters.
Yeah, all air, full flex. Yeah, Ella has a big arm, and she really took advantage on that kind of open hole where she can really rip.
Yeah, coming from Preserve, I mean, that's a whole different course to come to Sweden and play the Terminalen. I mean, we have so much more woods here than in the Preserve that it's a whole change of game plan and whole change of scenery. I mean, literally.
Yeah, definitely. Preserve last week was like wide open, just hitting bombs all the time with the distance driver, and now you have to be very accurate with fairway drivers and mids into the woods and kind of avoid mistakes. So definitely total 360 on like a course type. And yeah, let's go to see Silva's speed out on the last hole.
I mean, that was brutal.
Yeah.
That was so brutal. And look at this. I mean, the putt seemed correct to me, a bit high. No, it was actually low, and then it bounced back on the rim. Yeah, let's take a short break. Let's analyze this further down, and we'll see you back in just a moment.
Pulse Disc Golf Academy is the world's biggest online platform for learning the curves and angles of the world's fastest growing sport. Register today and get access to clear and well-structured lessons and exercises from the very best ever to throw the disc. New content uploaded every week. Start learning today.
PDJ reinvests membership funding into support for programs like the Competition Endowment, Youth and Education Program, and Marco Polo Program, all of which help grow the sport in communities around the world. Get started today. Visit pdja.com/join.
Back at you live from the Skellefteå Open 2023. And Silva Saarinen with Nikola Moravkova currently leading the tournament, even par for the round 1. Rachel Turton and Jenni Karppinen really close there, just +1 for the round. And we have 3 interesting holes coming at you with our feature card. 2 par 4s and 1 really short par 3 coming up.
Yeah, island hole. Very simple shot, but could be very nervy. And yeah, there is a drop zone. It's like 20 meters away, so it's kind of like birdie or bogey kind of hole.
Ma ei usu, et ta ka nagu algaja on, aga ta on lihtsalt siuke, ongi nagu pühapäevamäng ja nagu täiesti harrastajad.
And the Terminalen is one of the highest rated disc golf courses in Sweden and in whole Europe. And it's great to have a visit here on this Euro Tour 2023. the home of latitude 67.
Yeah, this facility have everything you can ask for as a disc golfer. 4 permanent 18-hole courses, and then you can kind of mix and match them. Previously on drone footage, you saw the red clubhouse. You can actually stay there overnight. You can rent it. There is beds, kitchen, everything. So you don't even have to leave from the property. You can just play. You can grill outdoor and play disc golf all night long. And during summertime in Sweden, you have sunlight for 24/7. So what could be better than playing disc golf here all day?
And of course, home of latitude 64. Sorry, my mistake there. And this is Jenni Karppinen approaching on hole 16. And that's a great shot from Karppinen, piercing the piercing the gap and tapping in the birdie. I mean, Jenni Karppinen, she was 6 over for a 7-hole period in the middle of the round, and now she's picking up.
Yeah, I believe she started with a couple birdies. Now she have take 3 more birdies later on the round. So if she can kind of clean the card middle part of the round tomorrow, she can go really low on this course.
And this is Ringboom. Great shot from her. And Ella Hansen just a bit low there for the turnover, gets a cut roller to the left side. We still have Silva Saarinen to open the hole 16. And this is turned over and stuck under the tree. This 185 meters par 4. This can also play bad tricks for you. It's in the easier side of those par 4s, but if you are not concentrating on the last part of your round, it might get some bad results. We also have PCS Open coming up just in the near future there, Thursday to Saturday, July 13th to 15th, and be sure to grasp that tournament here at the Disc Golf Network or join in person. We have those tickets available at dgpt.com. Ella Hansen and her second going high. That's a nice shot from where she was. Rachel Turton in a prime position. Still a way to go. This is looking great. Just a bit left side, but looking at the basket in the middle of circle 2. Silva Saarinen. what a shot from standstill.
Sorry, Silver.
Great job. A bit far away from the birdie, but we'll see what she can do. Matilda Ringboom. This looks perfect. This is wide enough. Can it get a skip? Great job, just on the edge of circle 1. And if you miss early here, you might end up in the middle of those trees, and that's not gonna be easy to putt yourself out of there. Or even into the basket. And you might see on your leaderboard there, Jenni Karppinen doing some progress there. Let's see, Jenni Karppinen just a moment ago driving the hole 17. This short par 3, 69 meters. What a landing there inside the bullseye for the birdie. And Hansen now her third. What's hitting the basket on the top? Great run there from Ella. I mean, I bet she was laying up there, but that's a nice wake-up call.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she got a quite big skip, so she's looking like 8-meter putt for saving a par.
Silva Saarinen, her third, approaching the basket. Nicely done. Let's roll back that Zuka replay from Ella Hansen approaching the basket here on hole 16, taking a high putter shot towards the basket and hitting the top of the basket. And now she's almost on the edge of the circle, so unfortunate turn there. So again, it's Rachel Turton. Putting for her birdie. Missing a bit from the right side, landing into the 4-meter area for the par. Matilda Ringboom for the birdie. The nice height, but just a bit on the left side. She's in the bullseye for the par. And now can Ella Hansen still salvage the par? This is going to be a tough one. And hitting the cage in the center once again.
Yeah, when it's not your day, it's not your day, and yeah, Ella needs to forget this day and come back tomorrow with new mindset and yeah,
Saarinen carding the par. That's an important one for her scorecard. And Rachel Turgeon, what an unprecedented miss from her. Almost bullseye hit. And now she will be taking a bogey here. What a turn there. Really wasn't expecting that to happen, and neither did she. They'll move on to hole 17, and that is a short par 3, but don't let that deceive you. That's an island hole. First up, let's have a short commercial break. We'll be back with you soon enough.
Latitude 64 boys down here. Just finished checking out the telemetry from your map, and everything is A-OK.
Hey, Jonathan, catch. Huh?
Warning, low oxygen. Warning, low oxygen.
Jonathan, we're getting an anomalous critical failure on your suit. Could you please confirm status?
Sorry, man.
Warning, low oxygen.
Join the Paul Macbeth Foundation's Builders Club to help bring sustainable disc golf experiences to people and communities around the world. For a small monthly donation, you can help us make a real impact. Your donation will go directly to making a difference. By becoming a monthly subscriber, you'll also receive exclusive updates on our work, special offers, and discounts. So join us today and make a difference with the Paul Macbeth Foundation. Together we can make a big impact, one small donation at a time.
And we are back at Skellefteå Open 2023. We have 2 more holes to go with our FPO card opening the tournament this Friday morning. And we have 2 holes ahead of us. 1 island hole, short par 3. We have seen some birdies, some great snaps there. And then we have a difficult par 4, number 18. No birdies on there.
Yeah, hole 18 is very tight and difficult, and it's also very long. And then now the 17 is the shortest hole on the course. It's a kind of birdie or bogey kind of hole.
And this is going to be Nikola Moravkova. We are going to see her tackle the hole 18. Just talking about that one. I mean, as you said, Teemu, this is tight.
Yeah, you have 3 routes to go. You can go left, dead straight, or the right side. They all coming to the same landing spot. And then you have a dead straight approach shot. You need a 200-meter shots and a good putt to be able to take a birdie on this hole.
And you really have to commit all your energy you have left from the round. I mean, they've been going on for over 3 hours there.
Yeah.
And you really need to commit everything you have to get a nice result on hole 18. For that can ruin your round.
Exactly, and on hole 18 there's a lot of trees and also OB all the way left side from tee to green. So every kick that kicks to the left, you get to OB, and also it's hard to approach from there. So bogeys and double bogeys are not like those are happening quite often on hole 18.
Certainly not a rarity there, but first up, the hole 17. You can see the island clearly there. Matilda Ringboom. This is looking great, just keeping over those logs. Great look for the birdie. Next up, Silva Saarinen. Just over the logs, into the bullseye. Great executions from both of them. Rachel Turgeon opting for the sidearm. And looking great and staying in bounds. Great job. It's It's looking good for Ella. Does it have the distance? It does. 4 players out of 4 in our feature card in the island putting for the birdie. Let's see Silva Saarinen drive this hole 17 once more. Straight. A bit turning to the right side.
Yeah.
Great putter shot there.
It's a bit low, but just enough to get into the island. And could we see the first star frame of the day? Now we have a best opportunity.
It would be great to see 4 birdies here, but we certainly hope these players can execute. Ella Hansen been struggling on the height and her putt. Great job from Ella. She really needed that one.
From the edge of the wood or the edge of the bar? Outside of the wood. Outside of the wood.
Next up, Rachel Turton. Taking her meter in. Great catch there. Matilda Ringboom. She takes the birdie. It's left with Silva Saarinen. And no speed outs this time. 4 birdies. The first star frame here at Skellefteå 23.
Yeah, that was well executed. Just how you like to see on the short hole 17.
Short is not a word with this hole 18.
Yeah, 191. As I said earlier, you can go left, this straight gap, or right side. I expect to see the right side to be the most common route. Here's the ideal landing spot, and then from here you have like a 100-meter approach shot, this tight low ceiling tunnel for this elevated basket. You also have OB all the way left side, and then behind the basket. Very difficult hole, and yeah, let's see if they can finish in style. Par is a very good score in this hole.
Let's go see Nikola Moravkova up ahead on this hole. Her approach to the basket. This is her third. Yeah, it was actually her fourth there, and she's putting for the bogey. And she gets that, and she's even for the day. And look at that up and down on her scorecard. But great commitment till the end. Unfortunate bogey there, but we might see her in the lead card for tomorrow, but we'll see what these players can do. Silva Saarinen currently only player under par on this first round. And that's a great shot from Silva Saarinen. Just like you told us, Teemu, you suspect to flex from the right side and then come back a bit.
Yeah, Silva have a very good position to go for the green, and hopefully she can finish in style. Rachel will take the same route.
But she doesn't get the turn. Kicks to the left side, but she's inbounds. And now Ella Hansen. She has the distance there. Oh my, what a shot! Gets all the love, gets through those trees. Ella Hansen, a fairly new player to the sport. PDGA member since 2020, and she has already 72 career events, so she's been really going on with her disc golf career. And we'll see Silva Saarinen, the opening drive on hole 18, using all the height she got. And then Ella Hansen taking a bit of a...
Yeah, that was like a low power hyzer.
Yeah, sure.
Talking about Ella Hansen, she's been playing only a few years disc golf, but she used to be a good ultimate player. So she's been throwing a free speed type of disc for a long time. So that's definitely been a huge advantage starting disc golf, and probably the reason why she throws so far as well.
There is a Matilda Ringboom, her second shot. Maybe a lucky branch there. She was heading on the right side. Now she's on the fairway. Next up, Rachel Turton with her second shot. This is slow. And that's a solid shot, but she didn't get any skips to the right. Let's see Ella Hansen once more. A low power shot with a stable disc and gets the skips. Gorgeous execution. And as we see, the sun is out for our players, and they are lucky they didn't have to take those umbrellas from their bag. Although the air and the grass is really humid, they got some pretty nice weather conditions on this first opening round. As we see Silva Saarinen, she has a nice straight approach to make. It leaves her hand a bit early, but she gets a nice result there.
Yeah, she's okay. Short approach coming up, and hopefully taking a par and ends her round with the -1 score.
Yeah, that is certainly something that she's aiming at this point going forward. Ella Hansen, some really unlucky breaks for her this round, and she's currently 5 over for the round. This is now her second. A huge opening drive, and look at this. What an approach from Ella Hansen, giving us a statement here on this last hole. I mean, we haven't had any birdies here on 18.
Nope, but Ella definitely has an arm, so she threw a powerful drive and then had a mid-range to the green, and looking to end up her round with birdie finish, and hopefully she can take some momentum going to the weekend.
Matilda Ringboom, her third. A bit of the left side, and she has a big circle 2 putt coming up if she wishes to save the par. Rachel Turton up next. Measuring the distance to the basket with her rangefinder. She has a difficult standstill forehand coming up. And this is high, this is fading early to the right. Almost gets through everything, and she also has a circle 2 putt for the par. And here you can see how this hole 18 can really turn things up and over. And if you feel like, yeah, I made a nice shot from the tee, but then suddenly you're looking at a bogey or a double.
Yeah, the tee shot is actually fairly open in a way. The gaps are not too tight, but it gets tighter and tighter the longer you go on this fairway. So it definitely plays some tricks. And if you're slightly out of position after the first shot, the gaps are extremely tight. And now Rachel seems to pay the price for that.
Ringboom. This is her 4th. Yep. To the 5-meter mark for the bogey. And Silva Saarinen taking no time, laying up for her par on the edge of the bullseye. Yeah, on the hole 18 you can't get any separation when it comes to birdies, but you might get some separation coming for the bogeys. But Ella Hansen is proving us wrong a bit there, because she's parked for the birdie, almost parked for the birdie, the lone birdie for the day. So we see Rachel Turton finding her disc in the rough, and this is a hard putt to make. And she decides not to go for it, takes her medicine and goes to 2 over for the round if she was to make that. Currently on the leaderboard you can see that Silva Saarinen is your leader for the tournament, -1 for the round, and Nikola Moravkova finished her round even score. Rachel Turton currently putting for the bogey, and Jenni Karppinen finished her round with a bogey also, so she's in +1. So we will see 2 Finnish players tomorrow in the lead card, and we have Nikola Moravkova from Czech Republic, Matilda Ringboom. She hits the lower cage once again. She will be taking a double bogey from this last hole 18, and it seems that we're going to see Rachel Turton on the lead card tomorrow, even after this bogey here. So she's 2 over for the round. And Silva Saarinen carding the par, the only player on the FPO getting a negative score here on the opening day. And Matilda Ringboom for the double bogey, Ella Hansen taking the great, beautiful birdie, the lone birdie for the day. Congratulations, Ella Hansen, for that.
Yeah. It was
and that's it.
Yeah, it was a long round. Lots of struggling, especially the middle part of the course looks extremely hard and punish you very, very fast if you're slightly off. Silva, I believe Silva took only today like 3 bogeys, so she managed to keep relatively clean card Unfortunately, she didn't capitalize maybe enough birdies, but yeah, she's in a great position leading the tournament going for the weekend.
Yeah, that is something that you told us, Teemu. Avoid being a hero.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you will end up on a bad places on this course. Like the rough is very thick, and we saw some shots that players try to go with a bigger sidearm or sidearm roller or something like that, and sometimes you just need to place it back to the fairway and try to salvage a par from there. But I believe they learned from today, and hopefully they can play a bit better tomorrow.
We'll continue this analysis. Thank you, Teemu, for this. And we'll have a short commercial break, and we'll be back with you with some more analysis and some interviews from the round.
Should have brought some snacks.
I got you.
Ah!
I got you. I got you. I got you.
Oh, Karen, do you know where hole 17 is?
I got you!
Is that a compass? Karen, why do you have this?
Ethan, just help me. We gotta get this set up.
Okay.
It's getting dark.
When you first sign up for a PDJ membership, you're given a PDJ number. Your PDJ number is a stamp for when you got involved in the sport. It's a badge of pride for players and a part of your disc golf identity. Get your number today. Visit pdj.com/join.
This
is
the new
up to ice orbit. Look
at this
very nice thing.
Tingling.
This is Latitude 64. We handle the smallest of grains with the greatest of passion. Always trying to improve, trying to be better, out of curiosity, excitement, out of thrill, for the player, for the game. Because we want to make disc golf awesome for you.
Repetitive stress injuries are one of the most common reasons that disc golfers have to take time off from playing the sport they love. With the average disc golf bag weighing up to 25 pounds, this can add up to over 2,000 pounds of accumulated stress on your body during a single round. A cart gives you the ability to bring what you need on the course without the repetitive heavy lifting. This reduces the number of stress points you experience during a round, keeping you at your best.
Disc Golf Academy is the world's biggest online platform for learning the curves and angles of the world's fastest growing sport. Register today and get access to clear and well-structured lessons and exercises from the very best ever to throw the disc. New content uploaded every week. Start learning today.
PDJ reinvests membership funding into support for programs like the Competition Endowment, Youth and Education Program, and Marco Polo Program, all of which help grow the sport in communities around the world. Get started today. Visit pdja.com/join.
Here we are, the first round of the Skellefteå Open 2023 from the FPO we saw just a moment ago, and here we are now. We are going to the second day of the tournament, and we had some big struggles there. We saw some great stuff, but we also see some unfortunate struggles.
Yeah, definitely we saw some big numbers today, but Silva Saarinen, who's leading the tournament, she was probably the only player in the field that didn't take bigger than a bogey, so that plays a big factor here. She had, like, I believe 3 bogeys and 4 birdies and played 1 down. So if she can keep the scorecard clean, she will be the player to beat here.
And do you think Silva might be doing some changes into her books, or just try to make things better for tomorrow?
I think Silva played very flawless all day. I hope she can be slightly kind of sharper on some holes and take a couple more birdies. But other than that, she's playing fine and putting well. So very high confidence on putting green. That's great to see.
And there behind us, you are seeing some highlights from the round. And in a couple of seconds, we are ready to get some interviews from the clubhouse. And it's great to hear what these players have in mind after the round. So let's hear about them and then keep on the analytics after them.
Silva Saarinen, Finland. Different event, but same result. You're the leader of the PDGA Euro Tour Skellefteå Open.
Mitä mun pitäisi sanoa? Kiitos vai?
You have 1 stroke advantage over Nikola Morashova. So everything is getting like a close battle.
Eihän toi edes ollut kysymys.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts about this being a very close battle so far?
No hyvähän se vaan, että kilpailu on tiukkaa.
Yeah, she said that it's very, very good to have a close competition.
You had a tough middle part of the round with some bogeys, but it happened to everyone. How do you recover from that hard time?
No ei toi nyt ehkä niin huonosti mennyt, että olisi kovin vaikeita aikoja siellä kierroksella ollut. Mutta jos mä nyt jotain mokella, niin kyllä mä tiedän, että mä pystyn parempaan. En mä ajattele